Hello, good afternoon. Today is Sunday, the 20th of February, 2022. I just want to say quickly before I pop off to Speaker's Corner, it's quite late in the afternoon already. I just, excuse me, excuse me, pardon me. I just want to say I've just received a message, a comment on Facebook from somebody called Denise Chapman. So basically, Denise Chapman, I don't know who she is. She came on my Facebook, and the Facebook page that she's on is called African History or something like that. I just want to say really quickly because I took meticulous time to write out um, a response, a reply, and just as I almost finished, um, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook media erased my comment completely. They completely erased it. So I'm going to tell everybody what it is, and hopefully, if anybody knows Denise Chapman, pass this message on. If she's watching, hello. Um, yeah, Denise Chapman on Facebook, on the Facebook page called, I think, the African History or African History. Now, she posted an image was posted of a black guy, a black man, sitting on the London Underground tube, um, sort of mentoring to one of the black male youths, a younger guy who had some homework. So I basically said, although the image is very positive and it's really quite refreshing and touching, and it actually feeds the soul. Images like that are very valuable um, within our community. However, what I went on to further say to in response to Denise Chapman um, uh, comments is that um, all too often the mainstream media like to project to the public a false sense of security. You know, these um, deflective images and topics and news feedback, uh, that really um, are not really conducive uh, to showing the problems that we are having in our community and that we've had for so long. So basically, what I said is that um, what we need as Black people, as the Black community internationally, um, is cutting edge, hard hitting um, journalism. And that's because we need to provoke consciousness uh, within our community as Black people. We need to evoke and provoke a serious consciousness and mindfulness. And all too much, the mainstream media, their tactic and their agenda is to promote propaganda and brush the real issues that matter to us as a people, or that matter to the public. They brush it under the carpet. Yeah. And they'll raise uh, front page news on subjects like, oh, Greg's Bakery have produced the first vegan sausage roll, and stuff like that that are really deflective from um, I- I- imp- impending um, issues that are much more relevant to us and are much more important, and that we really need to hear. And there's too much propaganda in the mainstream, and we as a black media group, well, not me personally, but as black community internationally, we really need to withstand and with withstand hold hold on to and promote independent journalism. We don't want to be like the mainstream. Yeah, we don't want our people to become complacent, um, to continue to become complacent, or to become complacent in their ignorance as to the reality of what's really going on out there in our communities. Yeah. So although the image is valuable to us as a people, I recognize that. And it was really quite refreshing. And it does feed the soul. Like I said, however, we need more cutting edge, hard hitting journalism, and we need to um, have a real independent media outlet within our community as black people internationally. Yeah, we don't want to promote ignorance. Yeah, we don't want to paint a picture of the birds singing in the trees, the sun shining, and some reggae music playing in the background, and everything's fine and hunky dory and rosy and airy fairy, light and fluffy. When the reality is, it's not a true reflection of what's going on among us, what's happening to us as a people. Many of our people are dying at an alarming rate. Um, and, you know, the circumstances are really suspicious, and we're really being attacked and targeted left, right, and center. Left, right, and center. Yeah, because however which way you want to put it, we as a people, we never had these political divisions. We as a black African people were all one. Now it's about, oh, whose side are you on? The left or the right? This is really a load of bollocks. And like I said, what I think what this Denise Chapman was trying to project is that it's not all bad. She's trying to say, oh, we don't need negative images of our black men in particular in the media. So I thought, well, the media is not just centered around Western Europe, America, and Britain. We do have our own countries like Africa and the Caribbean, and we do have media there. And there's a lot of black youths, especially the men, or I can't even say just the men. A lot of our people, youths and our elders, are being murdered and killed and dropping dead at a very high rate. Now, she might see this as a negative impact on our image, yeah, but I see this as a insightful source of information, and that it gives us the the incentive to open up discussions that are steady, constant, unceasing, you know, in regards to around the subject of the causes, effects, and the solutions. And really, we need to be discussing reparations, and we need to be discussing reparations consistently and constantly, unsteady, unwavering, unfaltering, until we achieve that goal. all too much the media touch upon, oh, Black Lives Matter. And then a few months or a little while later, you don't hear nothing about it again. Black History Month comes and goes. They'll put a little pip of a reflection of it somewhere at the back of the newspapers, and you don't hear anything more about it again. You know, we never really have really long-term discussions around reparations, which is the ultimate solution. And we need to share our ideas and views on the causes, effects, and solutions. And we need to keep that uh, constant and unsteady long-term discussions. We need to keep the discussions open. Too much, the mainstream media shut us down. Oh, we've heard enough about this and black that now. We've given you a bit of airing, a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and then they cut us off. So the black media, we need to be discussing that. Now, on social media, YouTube and all that, they discuss it a lot of the time, no disrespect, but there's a lot of bullshit going on, yeah? And discussing on YouTube. Nobody's talking about reparations. A few people touch upon it within our community, just touch upon it barely, very briefly, and then we don't hear nothing more, you know? And there's a lot of bitch backbiting. We need to start discussing reparations on YouTube. This is our media tool. This is our media tool. Media is very powerful. You know, this YouTube and all that is our media tool, so we can all come round and start discussing reparations. Forget who's left wing, who's right wing. Everybody has the right to their individual political views, but we need to put that aside. Whether you're LGBTQ, whether you're politically affiliated in any way, shape, or form, whatever religion you are, you know, etc., etc. We need to all to come together as one and start using the YouTube, which is a powerful media tool, really constructively, and start working out how are we going to achieve our overall main goal, which is effective solution, long-term permanent solution, which is reparations. That's what we need to use YouTube for. You know, some people are even cooperating um, their recipe channel, their cooking channels into politics. Oh, here's a great big green cucumber with an orange mango and a yellow lemon and a red pepper, bell pepper. Stop using the YouTube for rubbish. You're all incorporating yourself in politics. Politics is not our solution. Politics is not our solution. Politics has been most detrimental for us as a black African people, as a black people of African descent and African origins and African heritage. Yeah? We don't need any more divide. Stop your nonsense. Start getting on your YouTube. Yeah? Start getting on your YouTube and discussing, opening up the long-term discussions for reparations. We need solution. We need effective change, long-term, constructive, solid change. Yeah? We don't need to be talking about green cucumbers, light green cabbage with onion, lemon, and ginger, and all this kind of bullshit. Please, the food is very good, health wise, yeah? But we need to be very open, honest, and translucent, yeah, with the media. Stop talking parables and talking nonsense and being bitchy backbiting, yeah? Get on your YouTube and start talking about Reparations, all of you media, YouTubers, was it a lead attorney, Vicky Dillard, Mishi X, Spitting Fire, Choke No Joke, Levi for Kelly. We're not leaving out R. Kelly. We need to continue with the free R. Kelly campaign, and we need to exonerate all our black men that are at the mercy of the criminal justice system, which blatantly and heavily discriminates against us as our people. Our black men are the number one enemy, whether you want to uh, to recognize that or not. Our black men are the number one enemy. Now, like I said, we need to start discussing reparations um, as a main topic. Yeah, we need to start discussing reparations. Too many of you are discussing bullshit with your green cucumber and your red onions, yeah, and your ginger and garlic and lemon, yeah. There's too much bitch backbiting there. Spitting fire. You're too bitchy. Vicky Dillard, you're too bitchy. Mishi X, you're all bitching and backbiting among each other. All of your lead attorney. I actually you talked one time about, oh, the black women, they go for the green eyes. The men with the black men with the sexy green eyes. And they said, you said the black boys like you at school, we didn't want to know. In actual fact, I admire you more than Ishmael. I thought you was Ishmael Blagrove. I respect very much, because I know you was referring to Ishmael Blagrove actually, and I don't really know Ishmael Blagrove that well, to be honest with you. I only know him from Speaker's Corner when he used to lecture there every Sunday. This message to the lead attorney. Yes, Ishmael Berger was very good looking, but I actually felt you were better looking. You were more sexy, more desirable as a man, because you're very eloquent. You're very sophisticated. You're very etiquette. You've got, very elegant sophistication that seems to be natural about you. And that really comes across to black women more than the kind of thug uh no disrespect. I love my homeboys, but lead attorney, you have very exceptional um attractive qualities about you, because you're very sophisticated and uh, and and intellectual, and very refined. So I just wanted to say that to you. That comes across more attractive to black women more than the kind of uh the green eyes. Yeah, that comes across much more attractive than the green eyes. A man that is really able to um relate to a woman, and is not scared to show his sensitive side. So the fact that Tasha K, I don't know Tasha K, she's on the YouTube, said that you had white girlfriends in the past and all them kind of thing there. Me personally, I don't see that as negative in a black man too much. I obviously promote, I'm a Pan-Africanist as well as a Muslim, but I promote black relationships. But the fact that there's a lot of black men out there that have had relationships with white women doesn't put off, or other races, doesn't put off uh, myself or black women, in other black women in general, because what I see in the black man is that he's very in touch with his sensitive side. He's very gentle, very considerate, very thoughtful, very caring. That's what comes across. So when you're ready to gun people down and you don't even know people, you don't even sit down and talk to majority of black women, and you're ready to gun them down, you actually are more attractive than green eyes, because you come across more in touch with your sensitive side, more caring, more thoughtful, more eloquent, more sophisticated, more refined. Um, I hope refined is not an insultive, comment, a word, should I say, more gentle, more considerate. And that's much more appealing to black women, including myself, um, than green eyes, because of course the green eyes look attractive, but you look much more attractive in your natural sense of etiquette. You know, you've got a lot of etiquette quality within you, and that really comes across. You might not realize, but it does come across. Don't spoil yourself, please, lead attorney. Don't get away too much. I'm not putting people down because I kind of got the get away in me as well, but don't spoil who you are. You are who you are, and you're very uh, eloquent. Don't lower your standard by becoming bitchy and backbiting and nasty. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, we're to keep up your standards, your qualities, because that outshines everyone else. That outshines everyone else, believe it or not. Um, yeah, so when a man gets too quick tempered and aggressive and attacks, not attack, well, attack, it really puts off a woman. It really puts off women altogether. Most women get really put off. Um, they prefer a man who's really sophisticated and controlled and considerate and refined and eloquent. That women really fall head over heels for that. So all this rubbish about, oh, the women, there's this man like you and they go for green light. No, it's not true. Yeah, know yourself, know your value and know your worth. And yes, don't allow yourself, your qualities, your natural qualities, yeah, and attributes to fall to a level of gutter, nasty gutter press, nasty gutter press, bitch backbiting, nasty. That's not you, lead attorney, so please don't lower yourself to that kind of standard. Um, you know. So basically, yeah, that's it really. The black media need to remain to stay as much independent as possible. And the other thing is we need to focus on reparations. We need to really be discussing reparations and consistently. Yeah, not consistently backbiting each other and fighting. I don't know who you're fighting. Are you fighting the thin air, all of you? Are you fighting thin air? Start talking about reparations. I'm gonna do some research and stuff like that. So by next week, I think late in the middle of next week or later next week, I'll come on my YouTube channel is Michelle Francis, and I'll raise some issues on reparations, on my take on how we could benefit from reparations, and maybe how we should kind of approach it. Yeah, we need to evoke and provoke the fire, the spirit in our black community to challenge direct and institutional racism and stop the bullshit and the bitch backbiting, excuse me, on YouTube. Yeah. And we can't allow our people to be complacent in ignorance. They're all watching you fighting and bitch backbiting. And that's why they turned around and said, okay, we won't offer you financial reparations or reparations, but we'll give you a crack pipe instead. You need to think about it. Yeah. That was, of course, that's very insultive, but you're playing into their hands. You're all bitch backbiting on YouTube as if the fucking white racist people, the system, are not watching you. As if the mainstream media, Sky, Sky News, Sarah Hewson, that dirty bitch, Sarah Hewson, dirty racist bitch there, is not watching you. All these people are watching you. They're very powerful, the media. You need to check yourself. Check yourself. Stop the bitch backbiting because they're all watching you and you know it too. And you're all playing into their hands. And then when they're ready, they turn around and say, we're not giving you reparations, but we'll offer you a crack pipe. You have to find your own crack. Stop playing into their hands. You're giving them, you're actually giving them, you know, that kind of elevation to insult all of us. Yeah? Okay. I love you all. And assalamu alaikum to you all, okay? So you probably see me maybe early next week, okay? By the way, today is the 20th, Sunday, the 20th of February, 2022. I've got to run off to Speaker's Corner. It's quite late now. My friend Mariam has been waiting really patiently. Come and say hello, Mariam.
Hello.
No, come here. Come here. Come here, say hello.
Hello, hello.
Come here. We're leaving now, don't worry. Come here, say hello.
Hello. I'm singing.
I don't want him to see all this.
Okay.
Come here, Fia. Climb up.
Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Are you okay?
That's my lovely friend, my sister Mariam. Okay, bye. Bye for now. Assalamu alaikum.